Hey, it's Ellie, welcome back to another Sims 4 speed build. So today, I'm building another house for my legacy family. I mentioned this in the last video, but I have decided to move my legacy family to the island living world and use this house once my elder sim, which is my original sim, passes away. So yeah, that's probably gonna happen soon. And I really like this house. I'm excited to move. I'm not excited for my sim to die because she's so good and she has so many of her skills unlocked, and I really kind of wanted to max her out with everything, but I don't think I'm going to be able to because, you know, she started... I mean, you start playing the original sim as the adult, so it's not like you have all of their childhood or anything to level up their skills the way you do with the rest of the generations. So I'm thinking either Sterling or my second generation sim, Gracie, is going to be the one that I am eventually max out with skills. I am playing on the long lifespan because I like it better and it's more fun for me. So that's pretty doable in the long lifespan of a sim, I feel like. At least I'm going to try. But anyway, I'm so happy to be building in the Sims again. I guess I forgot how easy it is. It's so simple to build in the Sims. One thing that's really cool that they updated, I think before I had built this house, but after I built my legacy house, the one that I am living in currently, which was my previous speed build, this feature didn't exist in that speed build, but before I built this house, the update allows us now to move windows and doors sort of off the grid. So before you would have like a one tile door, and if you had a 2-tile space you couldn't put it in the middle, even though it perfectly fits in the middle of 2 tiles, but you would have to either pick one or the other tile, so it couldn't be center. And now they've made it so that you don't have to stick to those exact grid points. They have like a smaller grid that it goes on, and it's just, oh my gosh, it's so much nicer to actually be able to center your doors and windows if they're just not exactly the right amount of tiles for that space. That was something that always bothered me because I really like to have 3 tile entryways for my doors. I don't know why, but that always seems to be the length that I go to, and a lot of the nice front doors are only 2 tile, so you can't center it. It's going to be off center always. But now it doesn't seem like that's going to be the case anymore, so hooray. That's just one of the things that's really nice about The Sims. It's just how simple the building is, I guess. You can't go crazy with it like I can in Planet Zoo or Planet Coaster, which I love that I can go crazy, don't get me wrong, but I end up going a little too crazy sometimes, like with I've talked about this before in some of my Planet Zoo videos, but I am recreating Zootopia in the game Planet Zoo, and it's a huge project. It's like the most time-consuming thing I have ever done for any video game ever, I think. I think this is more time-consuming than when I was actually building worlds in The Sims 3. But anyway, it's crazy because some of my buildings, for example, the monorail station from Zootopia has over 10,000 building pieces, and it's insane. I can't even make a blueprint of it because it's so big. It's so many pieces. The game can't even register, and I'm just starting to worry about when I actually finish the game, is it even going to be playable at all, because there's going to be so many pieces in it. I might have to, I'm really, really hoping I don't have to, but I might have to record the video with low graphics when I actually show it off, because I don't know if it's really going to work otherwise. I feel like the game is gonna have trouble rendering all those objects. So far it's doing okay, and I've gotten probably 1/10 of it done. So, you know, we've got a long way to go. Though I'm hoping Some of my areas are a lot more building intensive with the actual pieces, like because I have to build the city, but then I'm also trying to make it a realistic zoo. So there is going to be quite a lot of open space and whatnot for the animals when I make their habitats, which I only have like 2 or 3 habitats right now in the game, just because that's how I'm moving along. I'm about to do the Indian elephant habitat in the Mystic Oasis Springs, I don't know, the Naturalist Club from Zootopia. If you've seen the movie, you know what I'm talking about. I'm making that the Indian elephant habitat because the elephant Nagi is kind of important in that scene. And there's no wildebeest. Is that what the main guy in the Naturalist Club is? I can't remember what animal he is, but yeah, anyway. That's off topic. All this to say, I'm glad to be in The Sims where it's simple, and I plan to start, I'm probably going to do one more regular house build, and then I'm going to plan my movie and TV set recreation builds again, because those are by far the most popular videos of mine on my channel, and they're so old. I'm sorry if you've seen some of those and the microphone is horribly crappy or anything like that. Yeah, those videos are like several years old now, at least 3 years old for some of them. I think a lot of them came out in 2017 and 2018, which, by the way, speaking of my movie recreations, there has been a video that has been blocked on my channel from copyright for ages. It was my American Dad recreation video. I built the Smith house from American Dad. It turned out pretty well. The kitchen is one of my favorite recreation rooms that I've ever done because it turned out really accurate. It was fairly easy to do that one. And it was getting fairly popular, and then I guess Fox saw it and they banned it. They blocked it completely and worldwide. And this is partly my fault for sure, but I just assumed that I would not be able to fight that copyright claim because it's Fox and they're like a huge company, and I've heard that huge companies like that, I can't remember if Fox specifically, but I've heard of a lot of other companies that just auto ban everything, and I mean, they're the ones that have to release it, not YouTube. Like, I don't know. So I was going through my channel the other day, and I had gotten a copyright claim for another video, which was bogus. So I was fighting that one, and then I just decided, you know what, I'm going to try to fight this worldwide ban from Fox on my American Dad video. And surprise to me, like a week later, they ended up taking the claim off. So that video is available now. It has like 1,000 views, and if you want to watch it, then, you know, go search for it on my channel. If you're new here, you probably didn't even know that video exists, and I'm not gonna re-upload it at this point because it's old, and I mean, it already has the views. Like, I think it's just easier to leave it up, and people will find it if they're looking for that. That's how most of my recreation builds are found anyway. I think people are looking up the TV shows and whatnot. It seems to correlate pretty highly with whatever's trending at the time. So, for instance, when the El Camino movie came out, my Breaking Bad speed build ended up getting a lot more views during that week because people were looking for Breaking Bad stuff again. And then my Disney's Mulan house build, that also got a lot of traffic during the time when both the Mulan trailer and the release date for the movie that was supposed to happen back in March. My Mulan video got kind of popular then. Not popular, but, you know, for me popular. It ended up getting more traffic than it usually does as a 2-year-old video. And yeah, so I think people will find that video eventually, maybe, who knows. You know, the ironic thing is they banned it. When I further looked into the ban, the full reason, I realized that they banned it for using content from like season 13 or something. And I didn't even watch season 13 to make that video. I'm pretty sure I just started at the beginning or flipped through a couple episodes that I remembered had scenes of the rooms that I needed. Like, for instance, the dining room in the Smith house you don't see very often. It's one of those that's only in a couple episodes. So I had to, search and find the episodes that I would be able to see the dining room to recreate it. And they banned me for using season 13, and there's just no way that I had done that. I don't even know if season 13 was out when I was building that, because it was several years ago. I can't remember exactly when Fox banned my video, but it couldn't have been right away because the video had already 1,000 views, and that's on the highest end of view spectrum for my channel. So yeah, they only banned it once it got a little bit popular and somebody finally noticed, I guess, which is great. Gotta love YouTube, So anyway, you might have heard my cat in the background, since I don't really have anything else to say about the house. Not that I even talked about it at all, but I'm going to talk about my cat, because I got a new cat a couple weeks ago. Maybe you just heard her. She's at the door. She doesn't like it when I shut the office door. Just like my oldest cat, he also doesn't like it. He's the one that scratches, but she's the one who's going to be meowing probably the most. Anyway, so maybe if you've been following me for a little while, you know that a couple years ago, I rescued a stray mother cat and her 3 kittens. We took them home. They were all in good health, so we ended up keeping the mother cat and 2 of the kittens. The mother cat we brought to my fiance's small engine repair shop, so think like lawnmowers, snowblowers, that kind of thing. That's what they work on there. We brought the cat there to live because that's where we found her, and she really didn't get along with our dogs or the other animals, and she's also, for some reason, just very people-friendly. She loves people. She doesn't like other animals, but she loves people. So we figured that best case scenario would be to have her live at the shop with customers coming in all the time, and we're there 6 days a week minimum, but usually someone is there on Sunday as well, so it's not like she's alone much at all. She's got plenty of company, and she also gets to go outside there, which is something she wouldn't really be able to do here. First, because it's kind of dangerous in my area. There's a lot of coyotes, and there's a fox that lives in our backyard, and there's groundhogs that live under our porch. And I'm pretty sure she would try to fight all of those things if she came across them, because she is not afraid of anything, this cat. So, and also the second reason she can't go outside it here is because we would be away at work. So she would either have to stay out all day long or stay inside all day long and then be let out at night. And none of those options are really good in my eyes. So we decided that she could live at the shops so that she, again, has all the people and company during the day, and she also, the garage door is always open, at least in the summer, and she doesn't really like to go out in the winter, but in the summer the doors are always open for her, so she can come in and out during the day, and then we just make sure she's inside before we lock up for the night. And that's worked out really well. And then we kept 2 of the male kittens at my house. So we named them Mew. He's a black and white floofball. And Haunter is a pure black cat with short hair. they got along really well with my older cat, Ash, who I've had. He's going to be 3 this year, I believe. And the kittens will be 2. Wait, no, that doesn't make sense. I think Ash will be 4 then. Anyway. So yeah, and then there's a third kitten named Evie, who was a female. And we ended up giving her to my fiance's mom. She had 2 other female cats, and we thought that she would do well in that house and everything. And it seemed to be going okay for a little while, but more recently, there's just been a lot of problems. My in-laws are renovating their house, getting all new furniture, and Evie is a very destructive cat. She claws the furniture and everything, and they've tried a lot of methods to stop her from doing that, but nothing has worked. And she's also, she's a pretty young cat, so she's going to be 2 this year. She's barely a year and a half right now. And when she's just playful, she just wants to play. And the other cats that my in-laws have are old. And so Evie kind of ends up beating them up a bit. And it started to make the one cat hide very excessively at one of their females. She was just always under the bed, and then she was starting to get physically ill from the stress. So my mother-in-law, she was very upset, calling us, saying she was thinking that she would have to get rid of Evie, and asked if we wanted her back. And of course we said yes. So now we have all 3 of the kittens that we rescued 2 years ago. They're back at my house, and we've been slowly getting her adjusted. She's at this point pretty much fully adjusted with the other animals. She plays with the other cats. She doesn't mind our dogs at all, and everybody seems to get along. It worked out pretty well. It wasn't that much of an adjustment, I think. And I don't really know much about cats and their memories, so I don't know if it's because she remembers being here for a couple months when she was a kitten, or if she's just a really confident cat, and so that's why the adjustment was easy for her. But either way, it's worked out pretty well. Things are good, but now I have 4 cats at my house and 2 dogs and a 5th cat at the shop, and I just own a zoo now. So if you hear animals in the background, that's why. I have a lot of animals, and the cats especially don't like it when I shut the door. They get really mad at me. When I shut the bathroom door, Evie steals one of the carpets in there. We have like a small rug in front of the sink, and she just sticks her paws under the door and steals the rug every single time. She's a funny cat, and I'm glad to have her back, honestly. But that is the end of the speed build, pretty much. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, make sure to give it a like and subscribe to my channel so you don't miss my future content, especially my future Sims 4 TV and movie set recreation builds. Those are going to be coming back very soon. Thanks for watching, and I hope to see you in the next video. Until then, bye!